Right guys, so today I'm going to be answering your Q&A questions. So I've got roughly about 19 questions, which I will probably timestamp and put them on screen now, so you guys can just flick to wherever you guys want to. A lot of them are Traitors related. There's a few different questions about just my life, and then a few other weird questions which you guys decided to ask, and I thought, why not answer them? Question 1. So are the traitors picked randomly, or is it the producers who pick? So it's not the producers who pick. It ends up being Claudia when you initially go into her room in episode 1. She kind of has an idea of who she's going to pick, but at the same time you can influence her quite a lot. So it's almost like the sorting hat at Gryffindor, where they will Harry kind of sits down and they go for, he's suggesting to go Slytherin, but he ends up persuading him to go for Gryffindor. So that's sort of the vibe that you get with Claudia. She kind of knows in her mind who she's going to go for, but at the same time, I think it was Ivan who didn't actually want to be a traitor and she wanted him to be a traitor. So yeah, you do have influence, but the producers don't pick, it's Claudia. Question 2. So who did you honestly think was a traitor? Did you ever suspect Wilf? How intense is the table? So you actually just think people are traitors every single day. There's no way of kind of knowing until you actually go to the round table and banish someone. So you end up just going around suspecting absolutely everybody. Did you ever suspect Wilf? I did suspect Wilf, but at different times, the same way he would have suspected me at some times. It wasn't really until, I think, episode 12, where him and Kieran went off to the room, and I think Kieran was giving him some stick because he heard that Will was going to go for him because he told me that he was going to go for him, and I was outside the room listening in on it. So that's when I started kind of suspecting him a bit more. And how intense is the table? The tables are always intense, but they definitely become a lot more intense when you're in the hot seat. Question 3. So who did you immediately gravitate towards on first impressions? So 2 people. First one was probably Amanda, because I was with her from the get-go. So we did all of our kind of pictures together, and we were all in our car journeys together. So I didn't really meet anyone else. I was with her for most of one of the first days, and then the second person was probably Matt, because I met Matt on the train, and I don't know, I just knew we were going to be bros straight away. Question 4. Hey Aaron, did you have to sleep in the castle during filming? So you don't actually end up sleeping in the castle during filming. You go somewhere else, but yeah, it would have been quite fun if we could have. Question 5. Who did you keep in touch with from your season, and what was something fun you bought? So who did I keep in touch with? So Matt I speak to on every few days on a weekly basis. Amanda always checks in on me as well every 3 weeks. And then just a couple of other guys. We're always messaging each other and stuff, but nowhere near as much as kind of we used to, or as much as I probably want to. And what was something fun you bought? I didn't really buy anything material. I ended up just going travelling for 6 weeks, so I guess I paid for my travels with that, with the winning money. So I gave my mum the 30 grand, and then I took 3 grand for myself to go travelling. How often were you directed to create drama? That was question 6, by the way. So we were actually never kind of pushed into the drama. I think it just happens. The producers would never control anything. We had complete control over what we said, what we did, etc. So we were never directed to actually do anything. I think because it was kind of a bit of a pressure cooking pot whilst you were in there, you would add any slight sort of drama and it would make it 10 times worse. So we just ended up creating drama ourselves. Question 7. Will you ever go on reality TV or dating TV show? So I actually have already. So I've gone on First Dates, and I've also gone on Mastermind. However, I do not know when they're going to be posted. They've told me that's going to be in the new year, and I believe that First Dates will be out soon. But again, I've not been told an exact date yet, so I'll probably just keep you guys updated in and when. Question 8. Do you get paid for being on the show, or is it just if you win? So they don't technically pay you, but I can't remember what the actual term was, but they basically subsidise what you would have got for work with the show. So I think it's roughly about I don't know if I'm allowed to say the money, but I think it's £100 a day or something. So it's not that much, but at the same time, you're literally just on the show, so it's definitely worth. Question 9. What do you think you would have done if you were made a traitor? So what I think I would have done if I was made a traitor is probably ended up just panicking loads. And also I'm not a very good liar, and I'd say not very good, I'm an awful liar, so I'd have probably ended up giving away that I was a traitor very early on. I'm probably gone out by episode 2 or 3 because I couldn't have dealt with it. Question 10, did you and John ever talk after the show? What are your feelings towards him? So we actually never talked after the show. And I don't have any sort of feelings towards him. Like, at the end of the game, it was just a game and it's how he decided to play it. However, yeah, we did not talk after the show. He didn't even apologise, but there you go. Question 11, I'm applying for the Series 3. What tips would you have for the application process? So this one is quite a good question, but it's more on the producers on what they're looking for. So they'll have like a certain criteria of loads of tick boxes that they want, like age, ethnicity, where you're from, like all these different things, like what you're into, like just loads of different things. And they'll basically go through a pool of people and select God knows how many people that kind of fit a certain criteria that they think are going to match other people's personalities when they're in there. Because obviously you've got 22 contestants, so they've got 22 profiles basically that they're trying to fill. So it's not so much any tips, it's more if you just fit the actual criteria or not. So you can't really do much. I'll just say just be the best version of yourself, be super nice, smile all the time, and that's the only really thing you can do. Question 12, would you do an OnlyFans? I've already answered this before, but I most definitely would not do an OnlyFans for different reasons, but I don't think I'll ever get to a point in my life where I'll need to do OnlyFans, or I really want to do it, so I think probably not. Unless I was put in a serious situation where like my mum needed money quick, and even then I'll probably find an alternative way of trying to get the money. Question 13, who's my favourite Teletubby? By far, Lala. I used to have a toy Lala when I was like 1 year old, and I've still got it today, and I'm 26, so she's now 25 years old. So Lala the whole way. Question 14, wait, it's starting filming or airing in the next few days? It is actually filming. No, it's airing tomorrow. So on the 3rd of January, Series 2 will be coming out, and I believe that there's already a trailer out as well, which I kind of saw a clip of the other day, which I might just review for you guys at the end of this. Question 15, so this isn't about the Traitors anymore, but it's any tip for solo travel, never done it and want to plan a trip? So I would say just go for it. You're going to have the best time, and being a solo traveller, it's so much better because as soon as you get there, within a few days you'll end up meeting people anyway, and kind of you won't ever be alone. And even if you're still alone after a few days, like, don't worry, you will actually eventually find your people. Like the second time I went to Thailand, it took me roughly about a week just to kind of find a group which I was like happy with, and I was just like, yeah, these are the like guys now, and I was with them for like the rest of 4 or 5 weeks. So just go for it, don't stress about it too much. Once you're on that plane and you land, all your nerves will go out the window, like you'll love it. Are you still an estate agent? Question 16. I am not an estate agent anymore actually. I'm currently working on yachts, that's why you have this like kind of strange background. Yeah, I'm literally just down in the cellar, not even cellar, down in the cleaning sort of area, because it's where there's the best light. Question 17, what was the first convo with your mum like when you won? So I came into the house and surprised my mum because it was her birthday, because she thought I was going to come back till later, and I basically told her within the first like 2 or 3 minutes. I told her all the experience that I did, jumping out of helicopters, etc. And then when I told her that I'd won, she broke down crying, and then I broke down crying as well. Question 18, does Mel know who won yet? I actually don't think she does. However, it's probably the best mindset to be in, because she just loves life all the time. Question 19, were you allowed to have contact with the outside world during filming? So you're not allowed to have contact with the outside world until you leave. So it was my birthday whilst I was in there, and I still wasn't able to speak to anybody, but they did put a compilation of happy birthday videos together, but had no contact with the outside world for roughly about 3 weeks. This gives me the fear watching this back.
Trusting and faithful. No wonder they're no longer with us.
Oh my god.
To the game.
God, so I think that the challenges already look a lot better. I did hear that they were trying to make the challenges a lot better. But I hope this year round they introduce some sort of like if the traitors are also offered a challenge whilst like a micro challenge while all the other challenges are going on, which almost like could potentially give them away if they were to do it, but by doing it it gives them like a different sort of prize or more safety or something. I think that's what they should do. But the challenges look good.
Play it nice. You could end up 6 feet
Oh.
under. Play it dirty.
Be looking at you after this.
Well, you might come out on top.
Oh, look at the breakfast.
22 people played
Oh,
the
table.
game of trade for a life-changing cash prize.
This is what I mean about the characters. They're probably trying to replicate them. There was just a guy at the table then, and I'm hoping that's going to be what my character was last in season 1. And the only reason I'm saying that is because he's crying.
The ultimate game of treachery for a life-changing cash prize. The Traitors.
Looking good. And guys, if you like this video, just do what you usually do. Like it, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And if you can help me out and drop a comment down below of what sort of videos you'd like to see more of, that'd be amazing. I think I might review the first few episodes of The Traitors and just stick it on my YouTube and see what you guys think. Because at the moment, I don't really know what I'm doing with the channel, but I know I kind of want to carry on doing it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.